Hello there, guys. How are you guys doing today? Well, today is the 10th anniversary of the burial ceremony. You guys know it was the 3rd of September, the day I'll always remember. Yes, I will. I'm waiting for somebody to pop up so that I can know. There I am. Hey, Quana. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Anyway, so I did a big thing about the 3rd of September because that was the day that my daddy died. Now, this is an old Temptation song. It's from Motown. And I remember they kept postponing when the burial date was going to be because they took a piece of the brain out and they wanted to analyze it. But when it came down to the Conrad Murray trial, there was no brain analysis. There was nothing given to Dr. Schaefer. So we never got to find out about the brain levels of propofol, in the brain, right? I did a video about it because it matched with a whole bunch of other stuff. So anyway, 3rd of September, then there was the Rolling Stone magazine, and then Paris would always post Rolling Stone, and it's just some fun stuff. So you got to go back and you just kind of got to scroll my YouTube channel and see titles that you like and just kind of watch them. But anyway, it's the 10th anniversary. Now, I have a quick story that's in Alive 2, and I want you guys to watch Alive 2. We got a lot of stuff to get to. I can't believe every week, every few days, I'm like, am I going to have enough info? Am I going to have enough info for another live? And I always do, because if Michael was dead, there would not be all this stuff. Okay, seriously. You know, a book, 3 documentaries, thousands of posts, hundreds of videos. I mean, and I'm not the only one. Okay, but anyway, let me get back on track. So, when I went to Forest Lawn years ago, and Forest Lawn was at the time, we don't say anything about Michael being buried here, and we don't say anything, right? And I've been told that we don't have Michael's body, and we've never had it. Forest Lawn has told me that. Forest Lawn still don't have no name on the grave. Okay, because you can't put a name on a grave with a death date when the crypt is empty. You can't do that. It's unethical, and it's probably illegal. I'm not sure if it's illegal or not, but I know there's bylaws that I read years ago for Forest Lawn, and they can't do that. Okay, but anyway. So I went up to Forest Lawn. Now, this person doesn't know me from anybody. And she told me, she said, you know what was so weird about that day, the burial date? And I was like, what? She said, do you know the Jacksons paid for every employee to take that day off? You know, and I talk about this in Alive 2, and that's because they didn't want anybody to know that nothing went in that crypt, that they paid $590,000 for later on. Supposedly, it was cremated. That's just a lie to cover up another lie. Michael's not dead, okay? It's 10 years, can't find any proof that Michael Jackson is dead. All right, so anyway, so it's the 10th anniversary today, so I wanted to make sure I came on live today because it's a landmark day. Let's move on. Okay, we're going to talk about some spiritual stuff, okay? You know, I always talk about telepathy, and I talk about simpatico rhythms, and I talk about synchronization, and Peter and I, Peter, Bobby, and I, who I believe is Michael Jackson, using aliases, using other people as his front, okay? So that's why I call him Michael, and I call him Peter, Danny, Peter Pan, and I call him Bobby Anderson, okay? Because those are the 3 popular names that he has used during this death hoax, okay? And Michael used aliases. I think I have like 21 of them in the Alive trilogy before June 25th, 2009. So Michael used aliases all the time and wore disguises and wore masks. And so anybody who has a hard time comprehending that, they don't know Michael very well. And Michael Jackson is a prankster. But anyway, we're going to talk about the spiritual world, right? I like to think, I think her name is Donna Gilbert. Yeah, she had sent me something regarding September 29th, and what September 29th is, because that's coming. Well, that just coincidentally coincidentally happens to be the day I opened my Twitter account. Remember, I made such a big deal for years and years and years that Peter Michael Bobby, okay, or Michael Peter Bobby, opened up his Twitter account the day before the death announcement, right? On June 24th, 2009. I mean, plus all the other stuff that he does in Alive 3. We got that too. And it's not supposed to mean anything. Come on. All right. So anyway, also Michael released the Scream, was it the Scream album on September 29th? Something that had to do with the Scream album on September 29th as a wink, wink, nod, nod to me. Thank you, Michael. And so anyway, Donna sent me something on September 29th. It's a special day. And I'm going to turn my camera around and show you guys. All right. It's called Michael Moss. And some of you guys might know this. It's also known as the Feast of St. Michael's, Gabriel and Raphael, the Feast of Archangels, right? The feast. So it was just weird. And it happens, I don't even know what that word is, but it happens on September 29th. But I found this so weird. It says in Christian angelology, I think that's angelology, the Archangel Michael is the greatest of all the archangels and is honored for defeating Satan in the war in heaven, right? So I'm thinking, Michael, I got your back, because if I open my Twitter account on September 29th not knowing anything about this date, I just find it to be just kind of like, you and I will win this. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's the, you know, it's about defeating Satan and these people that have lied on you, that have distracted you from doing your work, which was bringing us the greatest music and dance and performance and movies of our lifetime, because they were jealous because you were the greatest, and they had to fulfill your mind with all types of trash and accuse you of all types of crazy things so that you would no longer give the world your best, you know. So but I just found that to be really kind of interesting that happens on that day, right? And hold on, I want to show you guys, make sure you guys understand that. And here is my Follow Me page. And I opened my Twitter account on September 29, 2008. Isn't that crazy? Just a crazy, weird synchronization, telepathy, simpatico rhythms, you know, how we just kind of communicate on a much higher level. So I wanted to show you guys that. And then I want to tell you guys this. Okay. I don't really try. I'm doing this at nighttime because we're getting ready to go, right? It's kind of fun. Because I try not to get too much into the spiritual world, even though I have interviewed a psychic before. But I don't really deal in that, but I know a lot of people do. And it's important to some fans. And so I want to make sure that all the fans that follow the death hoax have something for them. I have something for them. But there was this group of ghost hunters, right? And they went to the Carolwood house, right? And Michael's house. And they're trying to find the spirits. Now, of course, I really don't believe in ghosts, but Michael does, because Michael had an album called Ghost. And he had Invincible and Unbreakable and Butterflies and Heaven Can Wait and The Living Dead, Threatened. All these songs had to do with him wanting to fake his death, and because he meant to fake his death during Invincible. But on 9/11, they recorded the 30th anniversary. On 9/10, they recorded the 30th anniversary. And on 9/11, Michael was still in New York because it was at Madison Square Gardens, about a mile and a half away from the Twin Towers being hit. So he was forced to postpone. But anyway, so Michael likes Ghost, and he likes The Living Dead, and he likes zombies, and he likes werewolves. He's into The Living Dead, and that's what Michael Jackson is now. He is The Living Dead. And then some of you guys know about the Glenda tapes. Google it. Michael Jackson Glenda tapes where I think it's Glenda's husband said you need to fake your death in the media, have a media hoax to fake your death. But that was in the early 90s, sometimes in the 90s. But we have to remember in 94, March 29th, 1994, we had the World Weekly News where it predicted that Michael was going to fake his death. And then that article was republished 5 days before the death announcement. Come on, 5 days before. Right? And then it was published on June 25th, 2009 that Michael Jackson faked his death. Right? And then we have World Weekly News on, I didn't mean to get into all this, but you got to watch Alive too, because it's on the Michael album where it says I live on the lips, or Alive, but I live on the lips. Right? Oh, this is so great. But anyway, let's get to the let's get to the ghost. Right? So there is this YouTube channel, and it's called Omar Gosh, which is Oh My Gosh TV. And they went looking for Michael's spirit, right? So I'm just going to play. And then when I went looking for this exact quote in this 18-minute video, 18-minute video, right? I went directly to it. I mean, I just went right straight to it without having to search. It was incredible. Okay, but anyway, they're looking for Michael's ghost. They use this little mechanism where they think they're talking to the ghost, but listen. Oh.
Is Michael Jackson really dead?
He said get away.
I heard get away. That's a lot to take in.
Dude, that was a lot. The fact that he said moonwalk.
Bro, it's not. I didn't hear it only.
Yo, moonwalk. Everybody heard it.
Yeah.
I asked the right question.
He said, what'd you say? What's your favorite dance?
What's your signature dance?
Signature dance.
Yeah, there was no cut in that. It was like right away.
That's clear. That was really clear,
bro.
Okay, so this guy, for whatever reason, just couldn't get the Michael.
Really dead?
Here we go. See, I went right to it again. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back just a little bit. Let's go back just a little bit more.
Okay. If you were here in person.
Michael, are you still alive, or is your death real?
Is Michael Jackson
is your
really
death real? No.
Dead?
He said get away.
And these people that try to connect with the spiritual world, okay, they are picking up that Michael's not dead. Okay, you heard them say that they were getting this vibe, and then they said, "Is your death really real?" Nope, it's not. Okay, I'm not into that. But some people are. But I thought that it was interesting enough to share with you guys, because I thought it was just kind of like, whoa, that's pretty cool, you know. So and they poo-pooed it away, you know, as if it had no relevance, but they were getting it. They were getting that vibe that Michael's not dead, and he's not dead. He's not. Facts, proof, evidence, and clues all prove that, okay? So anyway, so we thank Oh My Gosh TV for that. There's I think there's more stuff there's so much more stuff that I want to get to. Where should I go from here? Trying to figure out where to go from here. All right. Okay. So I'd like to thank, there was an interview with Dallas Austin, right? And I'm not going to play the interview. You guys can go and you can watch it. Dallas Austin on Vlad TV. And he pretty much said that Michael liked to hide out in Russia. And I'm wondering if Michael is in Russia. I really do. I don't know where Michael is in the whole wide world. I have no idea, but I thought that was kind of interesting. You know, this was just posted a couple of days ago, and he says some interesting stuff about Michael and how Michael is used to calling important, famous world leaders and kings and presidents to get what he wants. But now during this death hoax, he can't. He can't contact. He's not the all-powerful Michael Jackson, because the all-powerful Michael Jackson, the world believes is dead. So he can't contact these people and say, whoop, 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 help me out. Why don't you, because I believe that, Reagan, Daddy Bush, son Bush, and maybe even Clinton gave Michael passports. But I believe that all the passports that Michael has have all expired because it's been 10 years. Well, isn't that crazy? Okay. Don't we find that rather interesting that Peter Bobby is going crazy over passports right now? If he's Bobby Anderson, why would he be tripping? He would just get a passport and that would just be that. Okay. So he is having a hard time right now because he has no legal ID, and I think he's stuck. Wherever he's at, he's stuck. He can't leave. He can't call up woo woo woo. Remember he called Trump a few months ago, like a year ago? It's on my YouTube channel where he called the White House. Okay? And I think at that time he was thinking, oh, maybe I need to call Trump and have him, but Trump would tell. He can't trust Trump. He knows he can't. He has a hard time trusting people anyway, right? So, anyway, I wanted to show you guys this. So he's trying to find any way to get a passport. So he's trying to get one from the Moors. He's been going off and off about the Moors and trying to find a way around the laws and ID and all that stuff. I wish you well, but that's another thing. Okay? That's another thing. We know that passports expire after 10 years. He can call up people and say, hey, whoop, 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 do me a favor. You know what I mean? And if the presidents gave him real passports, real fake passports, they know who he is. They have a file on that. Okay? They've just given him permission because of his extreme fame to travel the world anonymously, using aliases, but he can't do that anymore. Okay? He can't do that anymore. So I think he's stuck somewhere. Okay? Where he can't come back. Right? All right. We got more stuff to get to. Do I want to get to that just yet? You know what? I want to talk about the HBO case real quick. The HBO case, and I had reported this, when HBO had filed an opposition, and then there's opposition to the opposition, saying that all this, they were like trying to try the case on its merits. No. This is about arbitration or jury trial. That's what this is about, okay? No anti-SLAPP, which just means that it's a frivolous case and we want to dismiss it. None of that. Because this judge that they're in front of right now, he has one thing. He's going to determine arbitration, or is it going to be a full jury trial. So anyway, so the estate filed in opposition to that, and they stayed right on what the subject matter is, arbitration, the reason why it should be arbitrated. They did a really, really good job on that. And I read the whole thing because I like reading legal documents, because that you have more of a chance of getting the truth with legal documents. Not to say that you always get the truth, but you have the highest probability that words coming out of people's mouth is truthful words, okay? But it's not 100% foolproof. So anyway, so we wish, so there's supposed to be an answer by the judge, I think around September 19th. Okay. This is not whether HBO is guilty or not guilty, or liable or not liable. That's not what this decision is. This is about whether it's going to go to arbitration court or not. Okay. Let's see. Cardi B. Okay. Cardi B. And then we're going to get to some more people. Cardi B. I'm not going to play it, but I'm going to show you. Okay. Here it is. Cardi B here, she reacts to Cardi B reaction on media bugging. Okay, so she's talking about Michael Jackson, and I think she's a little bit off in what she says, but I get her sentiment, and her sentiment is correct. But she doesn't know a lot of stuff, so she's going to be off just a little bit, but that's okay, because she had Michael's back. And I think it was because she felt bad that she did not mention his name with the MTV Vanguard Award with Missy Elliott. Now, all this talk about Jack is Missy is Missy Elliott's nickname that Janet gave her. Okay, it's not Jack Crooner. Let's stop. And I do not believe Jack Crooner is Michael Joe Jackson. I do not. Okay, because out of all the people to not impersonate is a doctor. Okay, it is not a doctor. You don't impersonate a doctor, because people, even if you're not on, on staff, people still have a false sense of security because a doctor's around. So you can't impersonate a doctor. Okay. Plus, Dr. AJ Farshian, his legs are bowed. Michael's knock-kneed, and the singing and the Farsi language and the perfect Persian, perfect 100% of the time accent. We have no proof Michael can do that. So I do not believe that Jack Crooner is Michael Jackson. I do not. Okay. You may believe that if you want. If you want to, you can believe that. You can believe Teddy Perkins is Michael too. I don't believe that either. But you may. Okay. You may believe whatever you want. It's a free country. You can believe whatever you want. All right. But Cardi B, we thank you. She said her boyfriend, who I think is in that group, Three Amigos, I'm not even going to get into them. But anyway, loves Michael Jackson. So we thank him for loving Michael Jackson. Also, I believe once Dave Chappelle came out and he said that the MFs are lying, okay, it gave Black America, Black entertainers came out, like Common. Okay, Common, thank you so much. He got real emotional. He said that Michael was his inspiration while he got into the business. Thank you, Common, for supporting Michael. Okay, Chris Brown. Okay, Chris Brown. Now, Chris, you know I had some issues with you, Chris. Come on now. You and Rihanna, that was not good. That was not good. But, you know, there was a video of Jay-Z, okay, hitting a black woman, okay? And he's redeemed himself, and so we can be forgiven, you know, we can be forgiven. I'm going to not get into those types of things, but 50 Cent came out, and this is, oh, I'm so sorry. I pressed the wrong button. 50 Cent came out and dissed Michael. And he said, I believe this is the fifth, all I said was, I think CB is better than MJ now. After I saw the documentary, the little boy's butts will never be the same. All right. You know, 50, you know what? Somebody can do that to you, honey. Okay, so we cannot believe words coming out of somebody's mouth, because as they lie on Michael, they can lie on you with no proof, no evidence. The only thing we know is that Michael chose to have friends as boys that were his friends, not boyfriends, friends. They were his friends because he didn't have to be on the same intellectual level with them. He could be silly, which he is. He can be childlike because Michael was an adult when he was a child, and he wanted to relive his childhood, and we all know about all that stuff, right? So 50 Cent, but Chris Brown came out. Chris Brown came back and said, okay, here's an article on it. Okay, here it is, 50 cents. It says, at Chris Brown, has now sold 69.5 million singles. Well, congratulations, in the U.S., making him the 7th best-selling singles artist of all time. He has now totaled 100 million RIAA certified units. Good for you. And then it says, CB better than MJ to me now. I can't believe Mike wanted to touch little boys' booties. What the F, man? I mean, come on. You have no proof of that. They have no proof of it. They've already said Michael never did anything to him. We've caught him in 60 lies. Well, Chris Brown said, even though you gave me love, 50, you don't diss my boy, okay? He says, Chris Brown says, look at all that. Look at Michael's records, okay? 1 billion records sold, okay? 800 plus awards, 39 Guinness Book of World Records, 5 Living Legend titles, 80 plus overseas records, hundreds of local records, 2 doctorates, 758 sold out concerts. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Okay, so Chris is like, no, he's the greatest ever. Okay, so thank you, Chris Brown, for having Michael's back. Okay, gossip. Javon Beard. Okay, He was one of the, it's not gossip, it's supposed, reportedly, this is true. He was one of the bodyguards that was in the Searching for Neverland, the book and the movie. Remember the Time book? And at first there was 3 security guards, right? There was a Latino white looking guy. He dropped out. And I remember it was because he said what they were telling wasn't true. But he dropped out, remember? So then it became the other 2. Okay, now this is reportedly. Okay, reportedly. It was the other 2, right? So one of them, Javon, just got sentenced to 18 years in jail, where he has to serve a mandatory 6 years for armed robbery. What the heck? And then all you people that are walking around thinking you getting all this money, you do a Michael project and it just rains money. They both got like less than 100 grand for the book, and I think for the movie as well. It was some, let me see if I can find that real quick. I didn't save that because I almost forgot to bring that up, you know. So we all got to be careful the company we keep, you know. But anyway, yeah, he got in trouble. He didn't get that much money. But let's Javon, okay, Beard. Oh, and his, and apparently, reportedly, also his what was I going to say? Yeah, Javon Beard, 18 years for, here it is. Okay, it's in the Sun newspaper. And, you know, a lot of people said it's a tabloid, but I believe it's other people, but he went to jail. Okay, and that he fell apart after, you know, Michael was announced dead. But I knew there was something weird because they kind of acted like, say, they were protecting Michael in his final years. You guys didn't come to Los Angeles. You guys weren't with Michael in 2009. So that was a little misleading there. Okay, they were his, Bill Whitfield, they were his security while he was in Vegas, not when he got here. So they wouldn't know anything about the death hoax, even though they brought up the death hoax. I did it in another video in the movie. And they said they hope that he did fake his death, that he's somewhere on an island or something. I did a video on it. You guys can go back and do it. But anyway, yeah, so this one here, he's the one that got caught up in his appeal got denied. So he's already done with his appeal. That's his mugshot. Okay. And where did they say how much money they made? Okay, here it goes. Friends say Beard spent money like a baller after the book, even though the twosome made less than $100,000 each from the project. Money is not raining. Okay, and this is a major distribution deal with their book, you know. So I'm wondering, you know, I'm just saying, that's not gossip. Okay, that is supposedly a true story, and if it isn't, then you know, Javon, you can go sue. Okay, Miko, let's turn this around. Miko. There's me and Marlon Brandon's son, Miko, in 2011 at the MJ Fan Fest in Las Vegas. There's me and Miko. Okay. Well, anyway, there was a story. Okay. Anyway, there was a story that Marlon Brando had made, that made Michael cry because of his inappropriate relationship with children or something. Anyway, Miko came out and said, that is not true. Stop misconstruing it. Stop misrepresenting. Stop telling half-truths. You don't know. You wasn't there. And he said that Marlon, his dad, lived with Michael. Michael allowed him to live there with him, and for pretty much, you know, free, because his dad was sick, because Marlon was sick. And Marlon was also teaching Michael how to act, giving Michael acting lessons. Also, Marlon was in the You Rock My World video, where Michael apparently paid him $1 million, which seemed like an exorbitant amount, but he might have paid him that for a whole bunch of stuff. And also the island, okay, Teteroa Island, that many people believe that after Michael Jackson was announced dead, that's where he went. You got to read my Pseudocide e-movie book. It's a CD-ROM, or you can read it online. It has links. Most of the links probably don't work because it's been, 9 years since I published it, over 9 years, but it still is a regular reading book. Oh, it's getting dark in here. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. Wow, that got crazy. I just did it because of the ghosts and the spookiness, so I just wanted to kind of do it in the dark. So Michael apparently could have went to that island, right? But we don't know if he's stuck there, if he's been there. We don't know where Michael is. I have no idea where he is. But he could have paid him for that. But anyway, Miko came out and said, no, my dad loved Michael Jackson and didn't think anything like that. So, yay. Thank you, Miko. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's so dark in here. I can't read my notes to see if I've gotten everything. Oh, I have something pretty good for you guys. I got something. Oh, man. Please don't tell me I closed it. Please don't tell me I closed. No, I didn't. Okay. All right. I'm going to play you guys a part of Alive 2. Okay. Oh, good. I can see more. Let me see if I went through most of my notes. Marcus Williams, I'm going to get on him another time. I didn't have time to set that up. That was Common that was wishing Michael happy birthday. So if you guys want to go back and look at that. Okay. This will be my last one. Okay. So, there's always a lot of talk about insurance, right? So there were these articles that were, let me pull one up. Let me pull one up. Let me Google. Okay, Google. Michael Jackson life insurance paid, which it was not. Okay. Life insurance. Hold on, because I did a video on this a long time ago. Life insurance paid. And let's see, Lloyd's of London. Lloyd's. Okay, so here we go. I want the one in 2009 because there were reports that insurance was paid out in 2009, but we all got to know that that can't be true because they don't pay insurance before there's a cause of death. You know what I mean? And they never pay insurance when it's still pending. The cause of death is still pending. Let's see. I want to do 2009. Oh, man. I can't find the 2009. Let me just put in 2009 in the search. Yeah, well, anyway, there are supposed to be these these reports, and what was it? The Today? Was it Today article? I'm looking for it. I should have had this. I am so sorry, guys. I should have had this prepared, but I have what else I'm going to tell you about it prepared. Okay. TMZ also did something on it. Yeah, there's a, here, what about life insurance policies? But anyway, there were supposed to be, I'm going to see if I can find that. I should have done a better job preparing for this, guys, so I do apologize. I do apologize, for not having this prepared for you guys. If anybody has the link to it, please show me. Okay, let's see. Oh, maybe I have it saved. Life insurance. Maybe I saved it. Life insurance. Nope, I don't have it in here. Let's just put insurance, because I know I did interviews on this. I did. Scroll my YouTube channel. Okay, here we go. Here's an article stating. Okay, I have it. Here's an article dated August 2nd. Okay. All right. Here's an article dated August 2nd. Michael Jackson's death was not ruled an homicide until the day before his birthday, which is August 28th. Okay, they're not paying out insurance without a cause of death. They're just not, because there's certain stipulations to it. So filing Michael Jackson's life insurance paid, this is August 2nd. This is not true. I looked through the estate's accounting, and there was no $3 million in the estate's accounting that showed that the income, and it would be income, it would have been going through the estate, because if you read the will and the trust, which I have, and most people need to read it, and that's something I've never covered because it's controversial, and I don't want to go to certain places. So, I just kind of haven't gone there. But read the will and the trust, and the money goes to the insurance. I think I have it here. Okay, I think I have it here. Okay. Oh no, that's the insurance for the 93 case. That's what that was. Okay. Mark Jones insurance policy. Okay. Now, this is the insurance policy, okay, which Michael never signed it, and he never talked to an underwriter. It was in the name of Mark Jones, okay? It was in the name of Mark Jones. Now, what I believe Lloyd's of London did, I believe that Lloyd's of London, but you know who was insured on this? 17,500. That's what was in question. That those reports aren't true, but what I believe might have happened is they got a partial refund for the $400 and something thousand for the premium that AEG had sent them. That's what because AEG sued the estate to make sure that there was no insurance. And I was sitting in the courtroom when the AEG attorney was on the stand. He says, "Oh no insurance was paid. Oh no." And I was like, All right. So that was the policy. Okay. But the policy, Michael never fulfilled what he needed to fulfill, which was another physical when he got to London, which was 17 days later, right? After the death announcement, because we went through the 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, right? We went through all that. All right. So, and Michael was supposed to give the medical records, in which the morning of the death announcement, Conrad Murray's on the phone going, "No, I'm not giving my death record." Michael said he's not giving you his medical records, right? And the name under Mark Jones. But there was a lawsuit, and I believe that who was insured were the subcontractors. They were all insured under this policy under their real name. So if you go deep and you read the entire policy, which I have, you'll see that the names of the principal people that were in this is it. They were a part of the insurance. But there's there's been no insurance paid because Michael Jackson died. Okay, that's something very specific. Lloyd sued the MJ estate. They settled in around 2014, I believe, and it was a settlement that was confidential, so we don't know what that is. Okay, now MJ's death not covered. Okay, here we go. Here's another thing that I have saved for you guys under the insurance. It says death, accident, illness of any individual person other than the insured person, save that this exclusion shall not apply to those persons insured here under by virtue of peril 2.6 above or something. But anyway, I read this whole policy. Okay, of course, I always have to read everything that's out there. I read everything. All right, and there's air travel, hazardous activity, skydiving, insufficient voice quality, unless due to an illness, only known pre-existing physical, psychological, medical conditions, any pre-existing conditions, which would be a drug addict. Okay, any sexual transmitted disease, AIDS, or whatever, non-appearance at the insurance performance or event of any insured person due to. Okay, so you got non-appearance at any insurance or event or individual other than the insured person. Anyway, you guys can read all that, but I wanted to tell you guys that that this is what I have in Alive too. Okay, so all the people who think that they know what's in my documentaries, no, you don't. You have no idea how far advanced I am. Okay, and also, when you donate your body to science, like when you donate your body, like to cryonics, you're giving them permission to use your body for scientific purposes, to see how surgery works on a dead body, perhaps, or to see if you can bring it back to life, to resuscitate it, which is the only real thing that they needed to do. So Michael broke no laws, faking his death or using a cryonic body double, because they've already signed a contract to turn their body over for scientific purposes. All right. So anyway, with all that, I have this saved for you guys. Okay, let me, and this is a part of Alive 2. Okay, this is a part of Alive 2. All right, here we go. In the FBI, here's the FBI file. Okay, knowing his name is Michael Joe Jackson. And, you know, Michael was threatened to be killed. And, you know, the allegations were never proved in court. The U.S. attorney declined to pursue federal investigation on Michael Jackson because they never found anything. The FBI was looking for years, okay? They had a 333-page file on Michael, and they never found anything for him to be guilty of child molestation. Okay, but this is about insurance. Okay, anyway, this is a part of Alive 3. Okay, guys, so you guys, I mean, Alive 2, Alive 2, Alive 2. So you guys, please watch Alive 2 if you haven't. The FBI had been investigating Michael Jackson for several decades, but they never discovered any evidence to formally charge him with a crime. FBI spokesperson Bill Carter states, "I am unaware of any federal statute that would apply to any individual who fakes their own death." Perhaps Marlon was saying it's all perfectly legal to fake your death, and the FBI has confirmed it. And Zach Perry from Lawyers Plus says,
so if you do want to fake your own death, we're not recommending it. We're not saying you should, but we can't find any law on topic that says you cannot. But you have to be careful because much of what you could do towards that goal could be illegal.
And John Quiggle, the Director of Communications for the Coalition Against Insurance Fraud, states, "Suicide isn't inherently a crime. It becomes quite clear that Michael Jackson never intended to be insured at the time of his death because Michael Jackson used the alias Mark Jones when he got a physical for insurance purposes. Michael never talked to any insurance underwriter. Michael never signed for any insurance policy. Michael Jackson refused to give his medical records, and Michael didn't take the second physical required because he never made it to London to do so. Therefore, there is no proof that any insurance was consummated, but since AEG Live, who was doing the entire payroll for This Is It, sent Lloyd's of London, an insurance company, a check for $437,500 for the premium. So this became an unwanted issue. Probably an unknowing efficient accounting clerk simply doing his or her job sent the premium to Lloyd's of London without knowing Michael Jackson's plan. Considering all this, Lloyd's of London sued AEG Live because they wanted to be sure the cancellation insurance was null and void. Additionally, Lloyd's has requested time and time again for the official Los Angeles County Coroner's report relating to the death of Michael Jackson, but never received official confirmation of the death of Michael Joe Jackson. The Michael Jackson estate has not accounted for any large insurance checks because the policy would have been worth $17.5 million. And this matter was settled confidentially without a trial. According to the living trust in which Michael Jackson is both. Okay, So I just wanted to go over some of the things that, maybe there's people out there that think I'm not thorough or think I don't know how to research or think that I'm, just making up stuff. No, I research everything. I go to the court cases. I read the documents. I try to go directly to the source and figure out what happened. They never and they didn't accept. Wait, Lloyd's of London didn't accept the death certificate either. That they have
the trustee.
Okay,
and
hold
trustor.
on.
All payments of insurance
Okay, let me go back.
go directly to the estate.
All payments of insurance
So
go to.
apparently, the death certificate we can all see online is not good enough for Lloyd's of London Insurance Company. Deductive logic tells us that something is wrong with the death certificate of Michael
That's the actual
Joseph
copy.
Jackson, and the insurance company knows it.
The insurance company never accepted that death certificate because it's the wrong name. It's the wrong name. Okay, there was a lawsuit and there were documents. So I try to read all the documents that I can. So anyway, guys, I think that I've went over everything. And this has been a ghostly live for you guys. And it's been a long time. So Michael, I hope you were able to get your passport so you can go wherever you need to go. Whether it's leaving the United States, whether it's coming back to the United States or going to another country. But I know right now you are pretty much stuck where you're at because you are going on and on and on and on and on about that passport. So we wish you the best and we wish you luck. And I've been working on a project, so hopefully maybe I'll have some news in the next few weeks or something that I can report. Maybe yes, maybe no. But anyway, guys, just wanted you guys to know Michael Jackson faking his death is not a bad thing. It's wonderful because he had people that attacked him, and the fame that he, the price of fame is just, or a prisoner of fame was just too much for him. It's just too much. Okay? So we should be hearing about the appeal of Wade and James soon. That should be coming this month. And I hope that it's dismissed, denied, because they are big gigantor liars. And then I hope that the estate charges them with perjury because of Wade lying under oath with his deposition, and charge them with extortion. I hope that's not the end of Wade and James. I mean, we have people online that hate me more than Wade and James because I say Michael's alive, so I'm worse than them. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm worse than the most despicable person ever born. And guys, it's unnecessary. You know what I mean? It's unnecessary. Just stop the hate, please. Please stop the hate. It's not needed. It's not necessary. I am very thorough. Watch my documentaries. You might be actually happy. Okay? Happy about that. Okay. So anyway, guys, until next time, keep Michaeling and love you. Ooh.